This week's video is all about buying real estate now. Should you, shouldn't you, is the number one question I get asked. But I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why you should buy a house right now sooner than later. And the number one reason why I think you should is going to blow your mind. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ben Miller of Ben Miller Realty, luxury lake and land properties of Kansas City. And if you want to know everything about luxury lake and land properties of Kansas City, if you want to know what it's like to live here, if you want to know what it's like to buy, sell, invest, and relocate to this market, you are on the right channel. And don't forget, do me a favor, please hit that subscription and notification bell down at the bottom. And that way you know whenever I come out with a new video each and every week, hopefully, now that I got a studio set up and everything. And if you want me to be your personal guide, your personal concierge to everything Kansas City, give me a text at area code 661-236-9055. Or you can email me at wrestlingwithrealestate@gmail.com. All right, let's get to the top 5 reasons why you should buy a house now sooner than later. And the number 5 reason why you should buy a house now sooner than later is because overall, real estate investing is the most solid investment you can make with your money over the long term. Houses continue to rise in value, especially in the Kansas City market, and that appreciation can equal big money in the long term. Even in this market, they're saying that Kansas City houses will appreciate in value anywhere between 1 to 6% over the next year. And that's a pretty significant growth considering the economic conditions in which we find ourselves. Now, think about all those people that purchased houses back in 2008. And if they were just able to hold on and see the long-term vision of what real estate investing can provide, they came out big winners over these last 2 years. So no matter what you think about gold, silver, any precious metal, stocks, bonds, cryptocurrency, real estate over time will outperform all of them. And the 4th reason why you should stay in this market and purchase a house now sooner than later is because renting just isn't a good idea. The amount of rentals available is getting smaller as inflation goes up, as interest rates go up. The amount of rentals that are available are getting smaller. And not only that, the people that own those rental properties, because they're making smart real estate investments, they're jacking the prices up. So pretty much depending on the market that you live in, rental prices and your mortgage payment are running neck and neck right now. Now, the advantages to paying your mortgage is that the interest that you pay every year is a tax deduction when you go to do your taxes. Now, can you say the same thing for paying renter's insurance and rent and your rent? That money is going into the trash. Think about it this way. You are paying into the future equity of your house that you're most likely going to gain. And that's something that you can't do with rent. And like I said, the housing prices will increase because real estate is a solid investment. You are going to at least see some return on that investment year over year over year. All right, the number 3 reason, or the 3rd reason why you should stay in this market is actually because of new construction. I know this sounds crazy to you, but follow me. It is a great time to purchase a new construction home. Maybe now more than ever. Over the last 2 years, builders have had a difficult time getting the materials they need to complete construction of the homes. Now that those materials and the bottleneck is starting to open wide, the builders are getting those materials and they're finishing the houses. But unfortunately for them, the market has taken a dive since then. So now these builders seemingly have a surplus of completed homes or homes that are near completion. So what are they going to do with those homes? With all the buyers that have pulled out of the market, they're starting to offer incentives for people like you to purchase those new construction homes. Some of those incentives include they're actually giving you money, like $10,000, $20,000 incentives to not only do some finishing touches on the builds that they are getting ready to complete, or you can use that money to buy down your interest and get a lower interest rate on that new construction. Another positive is you can just maybe choose and negotiate with your builder some of those finishing touches if the house isn't already completed. And another thing that a lot of these new builders are trying to do is they're partnering with mortgage professionals to give you special introductory mortgage rates on the new build construction houses that they're completing. There is a new builder in town, for example, that is offering 4.75 interest rate on the purchase of a new construction home if you go through the lender of their choice. So there is a lot of incentives available out there if you want to purchase a new construction home. All right, the number 2 reason why you should stay in this market and purchase a house now sooner than later is probably my favorite one to talk about. I sat by so many buyers over these last 2 years that got so defeated and felt like the tide was never going to turn. They would always ask me, Ben, when is it our time? When is it our time to stop overpaying, to get inspections, to do things the right way? Well, now is that time. The ball is finally in your court. You can negotiate the terms that you want for the price that you feel is going to be a good price for you and your family. Gone are the days of going $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 over ask, shoveling all this cash out of your bank account to a seller who may have done something or may have not done anything to the property because they were taking advantage of a white hot market. Well, those days are gone, and now you get to finally make a more well-informed and a better purchase with your finances than ever before, with hopefully less cash flying out of your pocket. And the number 1 reason why you should purchase a house now and not wait till later is the reason why we've been talking. It's about the interest rates, and that's why you should stay in the market. Follow me on this one. Don't freak out. Hit that subscription notification bell before you freak out, but don't freak out. I'm going to try to guide us through this. If you remember, I want us all, when I'm talking about all this stuff, remember what it was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. It was crazy. It was insane. We were purchasing houses that weren't worth the amount of money that we were throwing at them. We all know there are some of you out there watching this video that paid way too much money for the house that you're in currently because the interest rates were so low. We were willing to overlook so much to get that really low interest rate. And why not? The government was giving us money for free. It was a smart move. But we also ended up paying dearly in some respects that could cost us years and years and years to come. For those of you that overpaid on your house, think about how long it's going to take for you to come up on the right side with appreciation for the value of your home. Because there are some of you that it's going to take a few years that you're stuck in that house, no matter what's wrong with it, for you to come up on the right side of things. And now that we're in this down market, you probably shouldn't sell because you're going to be under what we call underwater if you do go to sell. And I also want you to remember that it's over the life of the loan, whether it's the savings from a 2.5 interest rate or the gouging that takes place on a 7% interest. More than likely, most of us move between every 5 to 7 years. Whether it's because of job relocation or whatever reason it may be, most of us relocate every 5 to 7 years, which means when we relocate, whether we like it or not, a new interest rate is coming with it. So unfortunately, the savings that you're going to experience at a 2.5 interest rate is probably not going to be the case, obviously, when you're forced to relocate. And same thing goes with the 7% interest gouge that you're experiencing. More than likely, you may get a lower interest rate when the market goes back down. And no matter what interest rate you land on, but especially right now, if you're in at 7%, you can always refinance like the people did a year and 2 ago by holding on to that piece of property and waiting for things to get better. So then you can refinance, remodel, pull some equity out, lower your monthly payment, do whatever it is that you need to do. But a big thing that I want everybody to remember, and this may be one of the most important things, it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. The interest rate right now is as low as it's going to be for the foreseeable future. So you might as well get in now. If you're thinking about buying, now this is all for people that are thinking about buying. If you're cool where you're at, you're cool where you're at. I'm just giving you some food for thought. You probably shouldn't even be watching this. But this is for all the buyers on the fence. If you're on the fence, you should do it now rather than wait till later when the interest rate is 9.25 or even higher. It's as low as it's going to get for a long time. Now that's my prediction. Some economists are saying that we're going to start seeing lower interest rates in the spring after the midterm elections. I don't know. I think it's going to be a little bit longer than that. And I think the settling point is going to be at a mid 4s to low 5s when everything kind of stabilizes. And that speaks to my final point. Those of you that have been sitting on the sidelines waiting for the interest rates to go back down to 2 and 3%, it's never going to happen. You're going to be waiting forever, and you're going to be renting forever if you're waiting for those interest rates to go that low. What we've experienced the last 2 years has been a historic anomaly. It was like a giant tsunami of money and fun and FOMO and overpriced houses and missed inspections and all that kind of stuff. And now the ride is over. The interest rates are never going to go that low again. So you might as well jump in now if you're thinking about it, because if you're waiting for those super low interest rates, it's just not going to happen. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Well, thank you so much for watching this top 5 list as to why I think you should purchase a home. And if I can help you with any of this or with any real estate questions, especially when it comes to luxury lake and land properties of Kansas City, buying, selling, investing, relocation, anything, I would love to be your personal guide and your concierge. Give me a text at area code 661-236-9055 or email me at wrestlingwithrealestate@gmail.com. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm Ben Miller of Ben Miller Realty, and we will see you right here next time.